Hi guys, welcome back. So, a very exciting video for you today. I'm sorry, my brain's going to be very melty throughout this video. It's like 30 degrees outside, it's ridiculous right now, it's so freaking hot. So basically, as you guys can see by the title, today will be my pin collection video. And I'm just going to start by showing you guys my pin eater bag. Now, I fell in love with this bag from the moment I saw it. I kind of knew I had to get it, but I didn't know what I was going to use it for. And because it's so like rainbow and holographic, I was like, there's not really a theme I can fit to this. Because for example, with eater bags, they always have like a certain theme, or you pick a colour to go with a certain character. But with this, I was just like, it's a bag, I want it, I'm going to get it, I saw it on WeGo. This one I didn't get from WeGo, I'm just going to say that now. I got this, I think, oh god, I don't remember where I got this. I got this off a seller though that was on Etsy. If I can find the link for the bag for the shop, I will put that down in the description. And what I'll also be doing throughout the entire video is putting the links for the pins, if they are still on sale, in the description as well. So if you guys want them, you can go find them very easily and anything like that. Now what I've done for this bag is, unfortunately at the moment I am still tweaking it. As you can see, there's a couple of pins down here that just need some readjusting. I keep moving them and removing them and removing them but they never sit right, so it's driving me a wee bit crazy. So for the minute I've just left it because I don't use this bag very often. It's a lot heavier with the pins all inside than if you take it out, but it's not like massively heavy. Like I could put stuff in this and wear it and I'd still be fine. But yeah, this is just all the pins on display at the minute. I will go through each of them individually, but just to show you what it looks like in the bag, so you guys can see all of the glitter and holographicness in its glory. As you can see, there are a lot of different pins in here. Oh, that one's wonky, but I've just noticed that. What I have done as well, as you guys can see, is I put a couple bits of like cardstock, I'm going to say, in here. It's not quite paper, but it's a little bit thicker than paper, but it's coloured. So I just call it cardstock. But the inside lining for this bag is pink as well. It's a slightly lighter shade of pink. But just because I have used that previously, and you can see it's sagging when I put all the pins on it, it's not a very good look. It's very heavy, and I don't want the lining to rip, just in case they like want to use that for a pocket for anything else at some point. Like, I'll probably put things in between the backs of my pins and the actual bag bit if I need to hide something from someone. Like a present, don't think of anything dirty. I'm just going to get into this video now. I'm just going to show you guys how much I love all my pins. This is going to be a very gushy video, I'm not even going to lie to you guys, it's going to be so gushy. I'm hoping you like it though. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay guys, so the first collection I'm going to show you is from Just Peachy. I'm going to link to all of the pin badges and the websites down below if these are all still up for sale. I'm pretty sure they all still are, but just in case, I'll sort of put any notes down there, down in the description if I can't find the sites or anything like that. So from Just Peachy, I bought more than just pins from her. I've got a beret, I've got a tote bag, and I've also got a bottle opener because everything she makes is just so gosh darn adorable. But anyway, I'm going to get sidetracked if I keep going on, so let's just start with the pins. First pin I'm going to show you guys is this Miss Deadpool pin. It's hard enamel as far as I can tell. It's a little silver outline. I'm going to see if I can hold it by the back so you guys don't get my fingers. Oops, nope, that's not going to work today. Let me try that. It's just got her little face and then a couple of love hearts. Gwenpool is kind of my favourite one. I like mostly female superheroes. Like, I like Batgirl, Gwenpool, and I also like Spider-Gwen. So I just got this one because it was so cute, and I was like, I just want something for my favourite sort of Deadpool character. And I mean, Deadpool, Gwenpool, she's got done hilarious. And then keeping with the theme of superheroes, this one was a collab Just Peachy did with a different artist. I'm so sorry, but I am forgetting their name. But it's a best friends pin of Ivy and Harley. I'm hoping I can hold this so you guys can see. If I can't get any good shots once I go back and review this footage, I will give you guys some close-ups. But yeah, it's just these two and a little love heart, and I'm not even going to lie to you guys, I ship these so hard. They are like OTP for life. I'm just going to move on to the next one. I really don't have a lot. Oh, this one is also a hard enamel pin again. And this one is sort of a rose gold sort of outlines. I love all the different outlines for pins. I'm very into sort of different types of pins, all the outlines. I love the holographic pins the most. You will see in this collection, I have a couple of those. I'm going to step back from being too close to the camera. So the next pin from Just Peachy is this Too Spooky to Live, Too Cute to Die pin. This one just spoke to my soul. I don't know why, this one just spoke to my soul, and I just loved it. This one is another hard enamel pin. Most of the pins I have from Just Peachy are hard enamel pins. It's a gold outline, and one thing I haven't noted on the pins is, apart from the Gwenpool pin, these all have multiple sort of backs on them. So this one has 2, the Ivy and Harley one has 2, and the little Gwenpool one has 1. You will also notice I have all of the rubber backs. I hate metal clasp backs with a passion. I will never go back to using them. I will always use rubber backs after collecting pins. And then my favourite backs, they're just so nice, and they make sure the pins actually stay in place, because one thing I've noticed with the metal clasp backs is they just decide they're going to go for a ride and they spin round and round and round and round in circles. And I'm just like, I'm over that, I'm so over that. Anyway, getting back to the pins, because I'm getting sidetracked as usual. This one is a little Disneyland castle pin, which Just Peachy made. It's a gold outline. This one's hard enamel again. I'm hoping the camera will pick it up, but each of the sort of the top of the pillars all have glitter in, and then it's all kind of been sealed. I don't remember what this technique is called. It's going to bother me because I can't. But again, with this one, it's 2 pins on the back. This one has little heart backs, which is so cute, and I love it. And this is just the pin, and I love it. And finally, my last pin from Just Peachy is, as I mentioned, a metal sort of holographic pin. It's just kind of a love heart with loads of sort of gem shards coming out of it. I'm going to say gem shards, but they're not. They're more like crystals. But this one is also a soft enamel pin. This is the only one I have in my collection that's soft enamel. But I do just love the metal holographicness of this one. I'm hoping the camera's picking up and my fingers aren't in the way too much. It's so gorgeous. And then just again on the back, 2 pins, and these. This one's got clear backs with the little stars. I like that about Just Peachy. All of their backs are different. I feel like it sort of depends on the sort of age of the pins, because the Gwenpool one is a very, very old design. You can see kind of, if I showed you guys the back, they've all got the logos. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I'll take this off for a second just so you guys can see more clearly. Okay, next collection. These are all by artists. I've only got 1 pin of each from most of these artists. But I will link, as I've said, all of their shops down below, and hopefully all the pins are still up for sale. First one I want to show you guys is the Star versus the Forces of Evil pin. This one is by Native Gold. And I really don't have a lot to say about this pin. I just love this show, and I love it so much. This pin is just absolutely gorgeous. I do have 2 variants of this pin. I've got a rose gold one, and I've got a black one. Now, to begin with, first when I got sent the black one, because the black one wasn't listed on the website, I don't think. I might have it round the wrong way. But I thought I got somebody else's order. I was like, oh my god, I've got somebody else's order, this is so bad, I need to contact the shop. I sent them a message on Instagram, and they just got back to me saying, no, it's fine, they just sometimes throw 2 random pins in, so that's just the cutest thing ever. And I love it so much, I love these pins. Okay, and with these pins, as I've said, they're all sort of 2 bags, but these ones are both soft enamel pins. And I just wanted to point that out. I'm just going to give you guys a close-up of the rose one, because it's so gorgeous and I love it. I'm so sorry, I've just noticed as well, I didn't mention it, but I do not have any of the backs for most of these pins, apart from 1 at the moment. Unfortunately I got rid of them all, because I keep them on my eater bag, so I don't have any of those to show you. But I think on the website, if they are still up for sale, they should all have the pins, or at least show the backing, I'm not certain. But some of them just come on like plain cards, some of them just come with the logo on, some of them come with very, very fun designs. It's all very different, and that's why I love pins, because it's not just the pins itself, it's also sort of the work that goes in behind the scenes. It's the backing card, it's everything in the shop. It's just the best thing. Okay guys, and the next pin I've got for you is from Lantern Pins. I'm just going to say this out loud because I do know this is the thing. This pin is no longer in stock. This shop is no longer making this pin. This has been discontinued. I was actually kind of thankful I was able to get hold of this pin, because basically just on their Instagram one day they were selling sort of pins that they had left over from stock and anything that hadn't sold yet. And I just messaged the seller and I was like, hi, is this still for sale? Because I saw this one. I think they had 3 varieties. There was a purple one, a red glittery one, and a red one. And I did want the purple one originally, but I am very glad I just got this red one because it's just so gorgeous. The skull with the bow I think is just very, very sort of reminiscent of my personality, and also, even if it's red, it slightly reminds me of Alice Madness Returns. And I love this pin. I love all these pins. I'm going to be so gushy in this video, I'm so sorry guys, but I love it so much. It makes me so happy. But yeah, this one again is a hard enamel pin. Okay, so the next pin that I've got is from Getalife Designs. I'm not going to be able to show you guys the entire thing because of my fat hands, but this is a little Spider-Gwen pin. They have, I think, 4 versions of these, and I don't quite remember all of them. But I just needed to get this one because it was girly, it was pink, it was pastel, it spoke to my soul. There's really not a lot I can say about this pin. It's soft enamel and it's got 2 on the back like most of the other pins. Yeah, I'm really not going to stay very long on this pin. It's not that I don't like it as less of the others, but I just don't have a lot to say about it. Because I feel like after a certain point you guys are going to hear the exact same thing over and over again, and I just sort of don't want you guys to sit there forever while I try to think of new things to say about 10 different types of pins. The next pin I've got is a little bit different, but I do love this pin. It is a Skull Boba Tea pin. This one, I'm hoping I remember the name of the shop right, but I think it's Blood Sugar Pin Company. This one is a slightly sort of, I don't want to say defective because I don't think that's the right word they used, but there's a slight issue with the pin itself. Basically, when it was printed, and you can see it very close up, from a distance you can't see this at all, so I would have paid full price for this pin, but if the shop owner felt that it was okay to sort of charge people less for this pin, that's completely her decision. But basically with this pin, when you look at it close up, because it's been filled in with glitter, and it's the only pin I think in the sort of collection of the ones they had that had this sort of issue. The skulls appear slightly raised. It's literally just ever so tiny and you can't even notice it. But that's, as I said, that's completely shop owner's decision what she sells her pins as, but it's very, very, very nice. This one doesn't have the sort of name on the back, so I did have to think for a second where this pin come from. And that's what I like about some of these pins. It's completely up to the shop owners again how they do their things, and it probably depends on sort of the cost and production and everything like that for the pins. But some of them don't have the names on the back, some of them do, so you always know where you got the pin from. And I really, really like the fact that the pins include sort of where they came from. It's just so that way if somebody asks you and it's like, oh, where'd you get the pin from? You stand there and go, oh, it was this shop, instead of spending 5 minutes going, because that's what I do 9 times out of 10, I always forget. This one though, because it's just skulls, like most of them, it's glittery, it's a little bit sort of creepy cute, and that's what I very, very much like about this shop. They do sort of very creepy cute aesthetics and things, so that's very, very nice. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this pin. I've sort of gone over everything. Oh, I'm not certain what this one is. I'm going to say this is hard enamel, but I could be wrong purely because it's all filled with glitter, so I might have this pin wrong, but I'm just going to move on to the next one because otherwise we're going to be here forever. Okay, so the last pin I've got, I am going to have to search the name of this shop because I'm so sorry, but I do not remember it for the life of me. This one is a little sort of gamer. I'm not sure what controller this is. I'm going to say it's either, I think it's a PlayStation 2 by the looks of this. I think so. But it's just a little sort of pink gamer control, and it's got a little bit of whipped cream on top, and that's very, very cute. This one, as you can see again, I'm hoping the camera will pick this up, but it's holographic and it's sort of rainbow, so it's very, very nice. And it's just got the little sprinkles, and this one again has the 2 rubber backs just to keep it all in place. Because with some of the larger pins, I feel like I didn't explain this, with some of the larger pins, if they only had like one, for example with this one, if it only had like one in the centre, this would totally just be spinning round and around and around on your whatever you're wearing it on. So it would be very, very hard to keep this in place. So that's why with bigger pins they have like multiple sort of backing tacks for it. So that makes it a lot easier to sort of keep it in place, keep it steady so you know where it is the entire time. So the last pin I've got, this one I do still have the card for, but that's purely because it's such a massive pin and it's gorgeous, is the Magical Romance series from Magical Maidens on Etsy. Oh my god, I love this pin so much. I paid more for this pin than I will probably ever admit to anyone. I'm just going to take it off the back for you. As I've said guys, I don't have the backs for any of these pins apart from this one, purely because it's just so gorgeous. What this pin is a very, very unique design, and I've not seen this before until I've been on this stall. I don't know if the camera will pick it up very well, but it's a stained glass pin. Like, you can see through the bits, and it's just so gorgeous. I got the ones of Lee and Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura. I'm sorry I'm using the English name for him. I know most people are going to come at me for that, but try me, it's what I watched the anime, so... And this pin I just love. So there were several other designs in this pin series, and you could get them also as sort of silhouettes instead of with faces. And I was originally going to get the silhouette ones for these, but then I sort of changed my mind at the last minute, and I was like, screw it, I'm going to get these pins. And also I love Magical Maidens so much. Her pins are so funny. She does this sort of crossover series with like whatever she feels like, and then Ditto, like the little Pokemon. So it's all like these fun characters, but they have just Ditto's face, and it's just the funniest thing ever to look at, and I love it. But this pin series, compared to sort of the Ditto series, is very, very different. It's very contrasting, but oh my god, I kept saying to my friends I will sell a kidney for this pin. I'm glad I didn't have to. I don't have any organs missing, guys, don't worry. But, oh, I just love this. I will gush over this pin for the rest of my life, and I will probably take so many porn shots of this pin, just so you can see the gorgeous lighting behind the stained glass. You will all get sick of it by the end of this video, and I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to endure it. Okay guys, so just so you can see all of the glory of this stained glass pin, I'm currently standing behind the camera so I know what it's also coming out like, but you can literally see through all of the panels here. It's so gorgeous. I just love it. I will get so gushy over this pin. I will literally never not have anything nice to say about this pin. I love it so much. The size of it, for the detail you get as well, and for all of the tiny panels to have little bits in it, is just so fabulous, and I love this pin. Okay guys, and what I'm just going to do for the last section is all of my random sort of mismatch pins and other bits. I know a couple of these are buttons, don't come at me again, this is just how I'm describing them. But yeah, some of these are just random things I picked up over the years. Some of these I sort of got way before I got into collecting all of my other pins. And this is just sort of what I've mishmashed together. So I'll start with the actual pins first. I've got this little tiny alpaca. She's pink and adorable. I don't remember for the life of me where I got this. I got it in Brighton somewhere. There's a little sort of boutique shop, I'm going to call it, but I don't remember the name. So don't ask me where I got this one from. I'm not going to be able to list this one, unfortunately, because I don't remember at all. And this pin again is sort of soft enamel. You feel it. This one unfortunately comes with one bag. I would have preferred it if the pin was sort of slightly higher up here and also one down here, just to keep it more in place. Because with this one I find he spins a lot. When I had the clasp bag for him, he was just non-stop going at it. I'm pretty sure he thought he was on a teacup ride somewhere. But this one thankfully has made it a bit easier to keep him in place, but I would have preferred two pins. But I'm pretty sure I got this one really cheap, so I'm not going to complain too much because I just love it. I might see if I can get an alternative alpaca pin. That could be cute. And then I've also just got this little pride flag. This one's a very, very small pin. I like this one. I'm just going to keep this one and wear it whenever I go out places. At some point I will go to Pride. I keep saying that to myself and I keep saying it to my friends, but it's never happening. So at some point I will attend. That will be quite fun. And yeah, there's really not a lot I can say about this one. This one I think is more of a hard enamel pin, because if I touch sort of where the print is, I don't feel sort of the material, so I'm going to say this one's hard enamel. But because of the size of this one as well, one pin makes sense on it, so that's a good cute little pin. Okay, and then these two I picked up the same place I got my alpaca pin. These ones are Twisted Disney princesses. Well, Alice isn't a princess, but she's Twisted Disney. And they're basically just sort of, well, this is Snow White, the Disney princess, sort of like with tattoos and being a little bit alternative. And this is what I've loved. I fell in love with alternative Disney when I was like 14, 15, when I found them in secondary school, and I was like, oh, this is my life, I love them! Like seriously, if you go back through my archive on Facebook or something, you will just die. I'll die of embarrassment, but still. And these ones are slightly different, because this is like, I don't know how this pin is made, but it's like coated, it's all plastic, so it's printed onto something and then it's been cut out. As you see, there's a big old white section here I'd love to be able to get rid of, but I don't want to mess with the pins, so I'll leave it. And then this one is very, very different to the others. This one's just sort of like a snapback pin, so it just sort of pops in here. As I've said, I don't remember where I got this one from, but I think it was the same place I got the alpaca. But yeah, these ones are just so lovely, and this is going on my bag whether it's a pin or not. People can come at me and fight me for it. I will fight back very hard. But yeah, there's really not a lot I can say about this pin just because I don't remember where I got it from, and these are very, very different, but I count these as pins personally myself because they go on clothing, they pin on. Try and come at me. And then this one, I've had this pin for years. I got this at a stall at the MCM Expo, I think about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I don't even remember the artist's name, but I just kind of fell in love with it just because it was sort of steampunky, and it kind of reminds me, and this is going to be a very, very weird reference, but of the 3 roses in the Ice Queen movie. I don't know whether that movie is very, very readily available to other people, but I have the DVD still and I love it. I think it was produced by the Hallmark channel if anyone wants to be interested in the movie, but I don't know where to get it anymore, but I love this. I'm not going to spend very long on this pin just because I really don't know a lot of detail about it and I don't remember the artist at all, which I feel terrible for saying because I really should have got like a business card for her or something. I kept it. But this is just very, very steampunky and I love this, and it's very, very nice to keep in my collection. Okay, and just finally, these ones are pins again, but these are sort of different pins to everything else. These are Hello Kitty pins that I got while I was once in the Sanrio shop at Times Square in New York City. None of my other family wanted to go in there with me, and I was like, if we have some downtime, I'm going in there. I got so much stationery in that shop. Most of the pens don't work anymore, but I love them. So these are all just the different pins. They came as a set of 4. I didn't buy these individually or anything. And I just keep these on my bag. I only keep one of them on my bag at a time. The other 3 sort of just stay in my collection. But this one is pretty much the one I always keep on my bag. I'm going to hold it there just so you guys can see. But just because this one's nice, it's dark, it just says Hello Kitty. I might swap it out for a different pin. I might swap it out for this one just because it's slightly different and it says New York on it. But yeah, these are just sort of, I'm going to call these bottle cap pins. I don't think that's the right term for them, but they just remind me of the grape soda pin from Ellie and Alf, but that's the only way I can describe these. Okay guys, and I think you might all know what's coming for this last bit. This section is kind of things I want to do possibly an eater bag for, if I can get more bits for it. But it's not massively sort of important I do an eater bag. I can throw this on my regular bag at any point just to get this all done. But these are my Harry Potter pins. Who saw that coming? So I'm going to start by showing you guys these ones. These pins I got randomly in Waterstone. They just had them on sale with the Harry Potter books. And this one's just the Harry Potter one with all sort of the 4 houses. And then I got my house as well. I got Hufflepuff. Me and one of my friends got a Ravenclaw pin, but they can't find theirs. So I said to them, if they want, they can have this pin. I'm not massively sort of fussed about not having this pin. It's more the fact if I lost this Hufflepuff one, I would cry. There would be like an entire new ocean just from my tears. And then this one I haven't been able to display really because of the fact of the way it came packaged since I got it. But this one is the You Have Been Accepted pin from Geek Gear. So you guys will remember the box that came in. It was sort of basically sitting in a hole with the cardboard sort of covering it. It was very, very, very weird. And there wasn't really anything to keep it in after, unlike the other pins I've got. But this one I just really, really like. This one again, purely because of the size, is true back. And it's got the 2 secure pins, and it's very, very hard to see, and you guys won't be able to pick it up, so I'm not even going to bother because I tried last time. Just got the little Geek Gear logo in the centre. Okay, second to last pin. We have the Head Boy and Head Girl pins for Harry Potter Hufflepuff. This heat is actually melting my brain, I'm forgetting how to talk. But these ones, these are just so gorgeous, and I'm in love with these pins. I'm hoping I can get them out. Nope, they're not going to come out, but as I say, I showed you guys these ones before. I love the way this is printed. I don't really know a lot about this sort of printing technique, because it's like, this one again kind of looks like stained glass, because you can see sort of the metal behind the pin. But it's not completely see-through, so it's very, very different. But I love these pins. I will love Hufflepuff forever, and I will love Harry Potter forever. And finally, you guys all know this pin collection. It is the set of 3 Hufflepuff jumper, tie and scarf. Basically what I would call the Harry Potter staples of a uniform. Because you've never got anywhere in winter without your house scarf, your ties with you all the time, and jumper is just something to keep cosy and warm in. These ones I think are, no, these ones are hard enamel. I had to double check, I thought it was soft enamel. But these ones I'm pretty sure are all held in place by 1 or 2 pins. The scarf I'm certain is 1. the tie is 1 and the jumper is 2. I might have those wrong. This one could be 2 as well, but I'm not 100% certain. Okay guys, so thank you so much for bearing with me throughout this video. I'm so sorry if like halfway through the energy sort of dropped off or anything. It's just purely because of this heat. I am melting and my brain is failing how to function. We live in the UK, we just complain about the weather all the time, whether it's hot or cold. So thank you so much. If you guys want to like and subscribe to this video, that would be very much appreciated. And if you guys do collect enamel pins as well, leave me a comment telling me your favourite pin from the collection, or hey, even send me a message and I'll check out your channel to view your videos. Thank you so much for watching though guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!